Hello everyone, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. So today I wanted to share this project. I'm calling them faux glassine bags, only because that's what this reminds me of. I know glassine bags are actual paper, like wax paper, and this is plastic, and it is, as you've seen from the title, it's the plastic that comes in the cereal. It's a cereal box liner. So that's what I used. As I was making these, I had all sorts of other ideas pop into my head as to how I can use this. And I've been keeping a few of these, thinking, I will come up with an idea on how to use them. And this is sort of what I came up with. And then also other little bits and pieces like maybe windows and envelopes and things like that. But I'm going to show you what I made today. And it's just another idea of using things that you have around the house, upcycling, recycling, that sort of thing. So I made quite a few, and I was just experimenting with sizes. I wasn't experimenting, I was just cutting them down to whatever size I felt like. So I didn't really measure anything or anything like that. And so I have some big ones. I don't know if you can see how beautiful that looks, because actually I, as you can see, put it through an embossing machine as well, my scissors. And I know someone's going to ask me, do you have to sew them? Because you can see that they're all sewn. And that's why I made this washi one. And it's actually quite sturdy too. So you can use washi. It doesn't look as nice, but you can make it look nicer, I guess, with, you can decorate it. And you will see this one here. So this is something that would look good with washi. What I did before sewing the sides, I actually sewn on just a little embellishment at the front. And you know what? Surprisingly, the plastic is really quite strong. I was worried about sewing through it because I thought, is it going to hold, or is it just going to fall apart? But it's a lot stronger than paper. So yes, that's an idea. You can embellish the front and then use washi tape. And I'll just show you how cute this looks. I mean, I filled this one up with little goodies. So the way that you would use it is you would have it in a journal, clipped to the side of the page, and then inside you can have little things. It's like a little floating pocket, I guess. I mean, that's just one way that you can use it. So let's have a look how it looks. If I can find an empty page. This journal is quite, oh, here we go. There's a little clip there. So I can just pop this in like that. I've got the little bird down the bottom, so I want that showing. And that's it. I mean, that looks really nice. I really, really like that. Or even if you have, I'll take this off. If you have a pocket at the front, I've got this pocket here, so that can go in the front pocket. This pocket is a little bit tight, but something like that looks really, really beautiful. Okay, so I'll just walk through the steps of how I made it. I'll pop this to the side. So I know that you guys liked my written instructions, and this is really as simple as it is. You get your, I'll just pop it here so you can see. Okay, so you have your cereal box liner. You took it out, you open it up, obviously, and then inside there'll be like remnants of food. You don't want that. That's not a good thing. So what I do is I unravel it and I just rinse it. You don't have to scrub it down or wash it with detergent or anything like that. I found that just running it under water gets everything off. If you want to be extra diligent, you can wash it with detergent, but I just rinsed it and let it dry outside, and it worked perfectly fine. And then the next step is you want to put it down. So I've got this one, it's been, and you can see that it's really crinkly. It's not looking great. I don't know if maybe the light will help. So you can see it's really, oh, let me just switch that off. Off light, okay. So that's why I embossed mine, because I thought it looked nice. So anyway, you want to have straight edges. So I cut one edge down in my just my cheap little, let me get it, just one of these. Cut it down, and so I cut one edge down, and then I want to line up the edges as much as possible. I know that it's not always possible to make everything perfect, but I try to, as much as I can, to, you know, get it as perfect as I can, I guess. So let's say I want to make a slightly maybe bigger one. Okay, cut it down. It cuts through, oh, I was going to say cuts through plastic really easily. It really does, but this is it's very old. It's not very good anymore. But it does usually cut through plastic very easily. And then you've got your little pocket kind of thing. So then what I do is I line up the sides again. You will probably have one side that's not good. It doesn't, I mean, these ones are lining up perfectly for, and that's quite strange because that wasn't happening when I was making them. And then you maybe trim down the top. Let's do that. Trim the top. Okay. And then you can play around with what you want to do. On one of my pockets, or bags, my Glassine bags, that's what I'm calling them. This one it was. I folded one bit down. So you can, you know, experiment with the sort of design that you want, I guess. So I folded one bit down like that, and then I sewed around. So, oh, where are my instructions? Let's have a look. So now we've cut it down. The next step is to sew around. Oh, I missed a step. But this is, you know, this step I'm going to show you is something that you can do when you're coming up with sort of your designs for your Glassine bags. So what I did is, you can see perhaps in this one, I know it's hard to see, but I just kind of trimmed down a little bit off of one side so it's easier to open the pocket. I tried punching it out with my little circle punch, but that didn't work. It didn't go through plastic at all. So I don't know if yours one would, but I ended up having to do it by hand. And just so you can have a little big sort of loop here or a little one, you know, that's for you to decide how you want to make it. So there we go. It's not perfect. Again, it doesn't really matter. And then, so the next step is you want to sew around. So I hold it with a clip. I probably hold it with a clip on this side. I want my sewing to be on the correct side up. So once again, we'll line everything up. That's all lined up. And then I go onto my sewing machine. And I sew around, and then obviously take the clip out when I'm already here, and then all the way up here, and I tie little knots at the ends. And then after that's done, you can emboss it. You can put it through your embossing machine. I think I will show you. I have one that's done with no embossing, and it still looks probably more true to the Glassine bag look. So it still works. It's a little bit crinkly, but that adds, I mean, personally, I do like this crinkly look, but then when I embossed it, I just fell in love with this look. It's just, I love it so much. It adds that extra little thing. And if anyone asks me, I'm just using, so you want something with, I guess, a little bit more intricate details for your embossing, because I have used other ones and it didn't look great, like this one. You can see big circles and little circles. It didn't really look good. So if you have an embossing machine and embossing folders, then you want something with more intricate designs. So even this one, these little doilies, didn't look that great when I embossed. So this was my absolute favorite. And then even this one, I will do the washi tape first, and then I put it through the embossing folder. So I hope I'm making sense, and I hope I didn't forget anything. And then you can have, like this one, I have more space up the top. You can have them lined up like the one that I did here. This one's got more space up the top. The first one that I did, I can't remember where it is, but like for example this one, this is another embossing folder little thing that I had. You can play also around with what color thread you use. You can have them closed like this with a little paper clip like this. You can have a little charm, you can have a little ribbon up here up the top to make it look nice. So once you start making them, the idea, you will come up with your own ideas, I'm sure. And as you're watching this video as well, I'm sure that you're coming up with all of these new ideas that you haven't thought of before, and you're thinking, oh, I could use this idea in a different way, and I can make this and I can make that. I know that that happens to me when I'm watching other people's crafting and ideas, I guess. Okay, so that is it. Not for everyone, I admit. I'm sure some people say, you know, that's ridiculous, but it's just, I love coming up with new things and you know, new ways of using things that go into the trash, basically. And it probably has been done before. I haven't seen it done before. It probably has been, because everything's been done before, right? Anyway, I will leave you with that. Let me know what you think down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.